Here's another fun tag I would like to do today. It is called Reading in the Dark book tag, originally done by Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading, and I was also tagged by her. She says that this was inspired by a power outage that they recently had, and it's a very fun one about reading in the dark and etc. You'll see. There's a theme here. Okay, so we'll just go for it. Number 1, did you ever read under the covers with a flashlight as a kid? If so, do you have any memorable books or experiences? I have to say that I don't know that I ever did this, which is kind of sad. I really can't remember doing it. I probably read after I was supposed to be going to sleep, but I didn't get under the covers with a flashlight. I just read. I know that there were a lot of times where I would be reading. This is not at night, but where I would be reading when I should have been doing something else. I kind of got in trouble for reading sometimes, not because I shouldn't be reading, but I should have been doing something else. Or, reading came after you did other things, which is still something that I have in my brain. Like, reading is the reward you get for accomplishing all the other things that you need to accomplish. So I'm sure I got in trouble a lot of times, but I don't remember doing the flashlight under the covers thing. Number 2, do you read when you wake up in the middle of the night as an adult? Do you use your e-reader, booklight, light on your nightstand? I do sometimes. Not very often, because I feel guilty doing that too. Sometimes because I know I need to be trying to sleep. But sometimes if I'm just like, oh, forget this, and I feel like maybe reading will help me get sleepy again, and so I can go back to sleep. I've done it a few times, but not very often. Number 3, power outage. What have your reading experiences been when the lights won't turn on, the TV is dead, the computer is out? Do you read then? Yes. Share with us any memorable books or reading experiences during power outage. Okay, so the power does not go out very often here. And when it does, I'll actually get excited, because then all those things that you feel like you got to do first before you can read, they are off of the list suddenly. And now the only thing you can really do is read. I love it. And I wish sometimes when the power does go off that it was to have a little longer. Usually I will be like, yes, I'm going to go read now. And then I sit down and read, and then the lights come back on. And then you got to go back and do the things that you were supposed to do in the first place. If it's at night and it does, then you hope that your e-reader is charged, or you hope that your battery pack is charged. And I would definitely use those 2 things. If it wasn't time to go to bed or something and it's dark and you want to do something, then yay for the e-reader, or a flashlight with a book, or candlelight with a book. Wouldn't that be awesome? Power outages, I think, are kind of fun. But like I said, it doesn't happen very often here. Number 4, reading ignorance. Did you ever read a book because you realized you were completely in the dark about a particular subject or genre? What was the book and the experience like? When I started this channel, I had this whole idea of doing forced phases, which is kind of along these lines, where we chose a subject that we wanted to learn more about. I'm saying we because I was hoping that people would join in with me on doing it. And so I did this for a few things during when I first started the channel, and I was doing forced phases. Earlier this year, I did this for learning about type 2 diabetes and sugar levels and insulin and all that fun stuff. And so I read a lot of books about that. So I have done it, and it is fun to do, to take a subject and really dive deep and learn about it. I should bring forced phases back, shouldn't I? It was something that I hoped people would join in with me, but it became more of a lonely endeavor, and I kind of lost interest in that, I guess, but it's fun. All right, number 5, reading blindly. Do you ever read a novel without knowing anything about it? You haven't read the back of the book or any reviews, you just jump in. Yes, all the time. This is my favorite way to go into a novel. This is why sometimes I skip all the really in-depth reviews. I feel like people are talking a lot on BookTube about doing more in-depth reviews. And those might be interesting for me if I have already read the book, maybe. But most of the time, I just like little teeny tiny teasers about books. Not a whole lot of knowledge going into a book. Maybe the genre, maybe just the premise. But I usually don't read blurbs on the back. I usually don't. I don't know. I just love going in not knowing much at all. So this is something I do most of the time. Number 6, other dark places. Camping, cars, basements, the movies. What are any other dark places you have read, maybe unexpectedly? I can't think of anything that's unexpected, really. Reading in a movie, that's so funny to me. Do people really do that? Camping, I've read a lot while camping, but for me, camping means a travel trailer and you have lights. It's not a very dark place. I can't remember if I did it, if I read with a flashlight in a tent, usually I'm too tired when we're camping and I just want to go to sleep. In the trailer, when we used to travel with our trailer all the time, I would read a lot. It was the best reading times. Some best reading times. I don't remember specific books, people. I don't remember specific stories or books, so I'm sorry about that. Epiphany. The lights are on. What book or books have given you a proverbial light bulb over your head? Something that really illuminated an idea to you. Share the book and reading experience. A light bulb book. I didn't prepare. I just went into this blindly, like I like to do. I do it for tags all the time too, yeah, if you haven't noticed. I can't think of a book right now that gave me a huge light bulb moment. I'm sure there's something. That's the whole very nature of books and reading is to enlighten your brain and your mind and make you all of a sudden realize something or feel empathetic towards something or somebody. And I feel like all the books do something along those lines in the end. You know what I mean? But I can't think of anything specific to share with you right now. But this was a fun tag. I hope you enjoyed it. And please do it if you haven't yet. And I will tag some people in the description below because this is a brand new one, at least at this time of this taping. And so let's make sure everybody does it. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.